It's time to do yoga. He's like, keep petting me. Okay. Um, this week in practice, what's coming up to speak to in terms of the heart space, um, is the fact that we don't lose anything by being loving. um, I think it's easy to forget that we have infinite love to offer out, and that when we choose to lead with that, we ourselves are offering something that's often needed. Yeah. And instead of choosing to see what isn't there within someone else, power of choosing to see what is there, and that love and compassion towards someone can help them see that within themselves, right? To help someone see the highest qualities within themselves is a service and offering that we can share. So as we move through our practice today, just leading with love towards your body, compassion to where you're at in terms of your heart space and your mind space today, and practicing offering that to ourselves so that when we step off of our yoga mats, we're already within that tone of thought, that frame of mind when we go out into the world. And for whatever we encounter, we can interact with it first with love and compassion, and um, know that we can't be harmed by moving that way. So for our physical practice, I wanted to get into some like side body opening and hips. As always, just customize the practice to what your body needs today. Yeah. We'll start in a seated meditation when you're ready. If you prefer your child's pose or Shavasana instead, feel free to begin wherever feels most grounding for you. Yeah. And as you start to settle into your starting shape, just take a moment to make those final adjustments to how you've landed upon your yoga mat. And grounding through all the points of contact between your body and the earth. And finding a sense of lift and buoyancy through the crown of your head, through your heart space. Maybe a shoulder shrug to help open across your chest. And as you start to settle into stillness, begin to follow your breath with your awareness. Just watching the rise and fall of each inhale and each exhale. As you notice the quality of your breath, the tempo of your breath. As you notice sensation. Let's check in to offer a gentle intention for your practice that's personal to you. Perhaps this intention of leading with love and compassion. Maybe that rings true for your morning. But if there's something else or someone else that you'd like to hold in your heart today for your practice, just bringing that intention forward. As you hold that intention in heart and mind, taking a moment to maybe bring one or both hands to your heart space, holding an intention at your heart, feeling that physical contact between your hands and your chest. As you take another moment just to meditate, to concentrate on that intention, feel it start to reach from your heart space in all directions. Feel that intention within your entire body. Allow your practice to be an embodiment of that intention. And as that practice reaches out wide in every direction, Right, go ahead and take a deep inhale through your nose. Let your lungs fill all the way up, breathing into your intention, into whatever you'd like to practice for. And a little pause at the top of your breath, maybe sip in a little extra air. And then as you're ready, open mouth, exhale, release, send it out. Find 2 more breaths like that. So a really deep inhale in, breathing into your intention. At the top, finding that pause and maybe a sip of extra air, fill all the way up. And when you're ready, open mouth, exhale, release, send it out. More time breathing into your intention, feeling the seed of love and compassion within your body, your heart as you inhale. Take that extra sip of breath at the top. And when you're ready, clearing, cleansing, exhale, send it out. Allow your hands to release. Take a slow breath in through your nose. And this time, keep your lips sealed and exhale through your nose. As you continue with your Ujjayi pranayama, go ahead and take a moment to shift forward to your tabletop pose, finding your way there from whatever starting point you've chosen. As you find your way into your tabletop pose, with your next inhale, find your cow pose. Begin to scoop your heart and tailbone up to the sky, opening the front line of your body. On your exhale, leading with your tailbone, cat pose, slowly start to curl, push the earth away, press the back of your heart to the ceiling. Really release the weight of your head, let it hang heavy. And 2 more slow, take the entirety of your inhale to start to open through your heart, lift your tailbone. Then use the entirety of your exhale to slowly press and round into your cat pose. One more cycle through, big breath in, opens you to cow. Then as you exhale, press and curl round your spine to cat. You come back to your neutral tabletop. I'm going to flip around to face you. You can stay facing forward. We're going to reach our right foot out to the side for this extended leg tabletop. So right foot about in line with your hip. Make sure you're trying to plant the entirety of your right foot to the earth. So 4 corners of the foot are planting to the best of your ability. And start to reach your hips back in space towards that extended leg child's pose. And if you arrive in a sweet spot, you can pause there or shift a little bit forwards and backwards, incorporating movement as you open through your right hip. And take 1 more cycle of breath here. And eventually start to shift forward so your shoulders stack over your wrists again. Send your right leg back behind you, moving towards a modified side plank. We're going to start to kickstand open to the right. Reach your right hand up to the sky. And then start to send your right hand up and overhead to the front of your yoga mat to create that side body stretch to your right side. Root down to your right foot. Take a big breath into your right ribs. And a slow breath out. On your next inhale, reach your right hand to the ceiling again. And as we exhale, thread your right hand underneath your left ribs, threading the needle, right? Everything stays the same. You're just reaching your right hand underneath you to the wall behind your heart. Breathing in, reach your right hand to the sky again. And as you exhale, start to return your right hand to the earth as you shift back towards tabletop pose. You're going to tuck your right knee behind your left for Gomukhasana legs. As your right knee comes to the earth, Split your shins open wide, start to reach your hips back in space. Allow your left knee to lift off the ground. And then move your hips a little bit from left to right. Take one more big breath in. And slow exhale. As you slide forward again, unwind through your tabletop pose. Maybe take your hips a little side to side, and then start to send your left foot out to the left for your extended leg tabletop. Press firm through your left foot, and start to reach your hips back in space, either pausing at a sweet spot, maybe shifting forwards and backwards, finding movement. Your next inhale, start to shift back towards your tabletop pose. Setting your left foot towards the back of your yoga mat, kickstanding open to your modified side plank. Left hand will reach up to the sky. From here, send your left hand overhead to create that side body stretch. Root down through your left foot and find one big cycle of breath. Inhaling for length and space. You exhale, press your left foot a little stronger. Maybe reach through your left fingertips a little bit further. With an inhale, left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. And then this time, exhale your left hand underneath your right ribs. Press through your right hand, push through your left foot, thread the needle. You'll breathe in to open back up. And then on exhale, as you start to make your way back to tabletop once again, squaring forward, you're going to tuck your left knee behind your right. Split your shins open wide, start to walk it back, hips reaching towards the back of the room. Let your right knee float off the earth. Maybe move your hips a little bit from side to side. Finding that openness through your outer hips. Take one more cycle of breath. This half Gomukhasana. We'll start to find our way forward through tabletop once again. And as you do so, again, find a little hip wiggle or just whatever movement for a reset would feel good. And then eventually tuck your toes and start to hover your knees into your floating tabletop. So knees are going to float just a couple inches off the earth. Find a big push through your hands. Press through your toes to help pull your navel to your spine. And find 2 slow Ujjayi breaths. Inhaling through your nose. Slow, strong, complete exhale through your nose. One more just like that. Big breath in through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Take one more inhale to prepare. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. As you relax your head, take a moment to reach one heel towards the earth. And then the other. And slowly starting to lengthen the backs of your legs, your hamstrings. Big push through your arms. With your next breath in, reach your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. And your exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Pausing here, maybe find a hip circle in each direction. Draw one giant circle with your right knee one way. Then reverse that circle. Draw a giant circle with your right knee in the opposite direction. Take a bigger push through your hands. Inhale to your 3-legged dog. And exhale to step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Left knee comes to a hover for our cow lunge. Take one big breath in. As you exhale, you can keep your left knee hovering or let your left knee lower all the way to the ground, finding a slightly different sensation. Take one more cycle of breath here. And start to lift your back knee. Step forward to your forward fold. Left foot joins your right. Soften through your knees, relax your belly towards your thighs. Really allow your head to hang heavy. And start to find the upward energy of your tailbone that facilitates the length through your legs again. Keep lifting your tailbone tall and use an inhale to lift up halfway through your torso. As you exhale, forward fold release. We'll rise all the way to stand with a big breath in. Be circle, sweep your hands up to the sky. On exhale, your left hand's gonna grab your right wrist. Take a side body stretch to the left. Press energy down with your right foot, reach to your right fingertips. And take an inhale here. On exhale, soften your knees, slowly diving towards the left.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know what's happening with the speaker. As you soften your knees, you're gonna dive to the left into your forward fold at center. At the bottom, take a halfway lift with your inhale. And exhale, forward fold, release. Big breath in, circle sweep to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Second side, your right hand's gonna catch your left wrist, side bend over to the right. Take a moment here, anchor through your left foot, reach to your left fingertips. Offer a breath to your left side. Then as you breathe out, you're gonna soften your knees, slowly diving to the right, down into your forward fold at center. At the bottom, take your halfway lift. On your exhale, high plank, plant your hands and step your feet back. In your plank, just take a moment to set yourself up, get really strong through your quads, big push through your hands. And then follow your inhale forward towards your tippy toes. As you exhale, we'll lower slowly to the earth, elbows stretch straight back, shoulders out of ears as you lower all the way down. And then untuck your toes. Use your in-breath to lift into your low cobra. And your exhale, lower back to the ground. With your next breath in, find your low cobra or your high cobra, whichever feels right for this moment in your body. And then exhale back to your belly. Last round here is low cobra, high cobra, or perhaps your upward facing dog if you feel ready to go there. And then as you exhale, downward facing dog, hips go to the sky. Pushing the earth away, breathe your left leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. On your breath out, bend your knee and open your hip. Option to draw one hip circle one way as you inhale. Then draw a giant circle the opposite direction as you exhale. Breathe back into your three-legged dog. And step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Right knee releases towards a hover as you inhale. Your exhale, you can keep your right knee hovering or let your right knee release all the way to the ground. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. So to lift your back knee and step forward into your forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen halfway through your torso. And as you exhale, forward fold release. Rise to stand with your next breath in, circle sweep to reach tall. On exhale, just like before, our left hand's gonna grab our right wrist, tip over to your left, side body stretch. Different variation. This time we're gonna step our right foot behind us, adding in a little curtsy component. You can lift up high to your right tippy toes, or you can reach your right heel towards the earth. Okay. Exploring sensation as you lean to the left for one more big breath in. And out. As you lean into our left foot this time, go ahead and step forward, Urdhva Hastasana, reach high. Switch your grip, right hand catches left wrist, tip over to your right. Same thing if you'd like to add in the curtsy component, step your left foot behind your right. Come high to your left tippy toes. You can reach your left heel towards the earth, finding more of a calf stretch. You can explore the angle of your torso. Just take one more cycle of breath to be here. With intention to just shift your energy into your right foot. Urdhva Hastasana, left foot arrives to the top of your yoga mat. Reach both hands high as you breathe in. On exhale, soften your knees, hinge forward to your forward fold. Take a halfway lift on your inhale. And then find your way to high plank as you exhale. In your high plank, once you have your strong plank foundation, breathe in to shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. With your breath in, open to your up dog or your cobra. And follow your breath out to return to downward facing dog. Once you arrive in your down dog, inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged. Exhale to bend your knee and open through your hip. Pause, take a big breath in. Right knee towards your left tricep, shift forward and twist with exhale. We hold for our in-breath. We're gonna stay for our out-breath. Three-legged dog, reaches right leg to the sky. And step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Take your time to find your high crescent lunge. Slowly start to root to rise all the way up. Once you arrive, take a moment to make any little adjustments to your stance. Let your shoulders slide away from your ears. Right hand's gonna grab your left wrist. But then inhale, lengthen to the sky. As you exhale, lean over to your right. Notice if your right knee is kind of collapsing towards the midline of your body. Okay, adjust your right knee to stack directly above your ankle. Take one more big breath in. On exhale, prayer twist your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So think about lengthening forward and then hook across. And use your left elbow as leverage to turn your heart towards your thumbs. Think about drawing your sternum forward in order to twist deeper. So we lead with length as we inhale. We exhale to rotate. Big push through your feet, engage through your core. High crescent lunge, inhale to rise back up. On your exhale, warrior two, left heel lowers to the earth. And inhale to reverse your triangle. Let your right leg go along with you. Find the side body stretch to your right side. Then exhale into your side angle pose. Resting your right elbow onto your thigh. Left hand reaches tall. Press energy down to the outside edge of your left foot, the knife edge of your left foot. And extend your side angle. Reach your left hand up and overhead to the front of the room. Take a nice big breath in. On exhale, left hand's gonna circle sweep us through a wide-legged forward fold. Bend into your left knee and lengthen your right leg for your side lunge or your skandasana. So you can either stay lifted in your side lunge, all four corners of both feet grounded, stretching your sits bones actively back. Or for skandasana, as you sink your hips low, you're gonna flex your right toes to the sky. And then think about both knees externally rotating open. And from here, we'll start to rotate to the back of our yoga mat to find our low lunge. Sink your right knee to a hover as you inhale, reach your heart forward. On your exhale, strong through your center, lean into left foot. Bring your right knee all the way to standing. So we're gonna slowly start to shift, like a little flamingo transition through our flamingo. Right leg comes all the way up with us. Take a nice big breath in at the top. On exhale, right foot's gonna curtsy lunge behind us. Maybe step a little bit further back this time. As your right toes find your curtsy lunge, left hand catches right wrist, side body stretched, lean to the left. Take one breath in and one breath out. Now this transition can be a little bit wobbly, so we're gonna lean into our left foot, getting light through the right leg. Bring your hands to your heart center. As you shift into your left foot, right leg comes to standing one-legged mountain. Figure 4 your right ankle on your left thigh, and as you bend into your left knee, sink your hips back and down. Flex your right ankle. In your figure 4, just take 1 cycle of breath. Okay, from here, rising up just enough to unwind through your airplane pose. You're gonna unhook ankle from thigh and then slowly start to press your left leg to expand through your airplane Dekasana. Slightly externally rotate your upper arm bones to spread your collarbones across your chest. And then high crescent lunge, right toes release to the earth. Use an inhale to reach up to the sky. And exhale, hands come down to your yoga mat. 3-legged dog, reach your left leg to the ceiling, big breath in. Exhale to bend your knee and open your hip. Pause, squeeze your seat as you take a breath. And then left knee towards your right, tricep breath out, shift forward and twist. As you reach your heart forward, hold for your inhale. Push your hands in right toes as you hold for your exhale. And then 3-legged dog, re-extend your left leg to the ceiling, big breath in. On out breath, land your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Adjust through your feet. And then slowly root to rise, high crescent lunge. Then your high crescent, left hand catches right wrist. Shoulders relax away from your ears. Think about inhaling the crown of your head up high. Then exhale to lean to your left. Give it 1 full inhale. Prayer twist as your exhale, right elbow hooks across. Make sure your left knee is stacked over your ankle and not collapsing to center. Make sure there's buoyancy through your right hip. Keep pressing down through your feet as you twist for 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Big push through your high crescent lunge as you inhale. Then open through your warrior 2 with your exhale. To give your left hip a moment to release, reverse your triangle, lengthen your left leg and sweep your left hand up and back. Then as you're ready, side angle pose, recommit to the lunge to your left knee and send your right hand to the sky. And think about lengthening your left side body, collarbone stretch wide. Let your right shoulder lean slightly back in space, and then as you drive through your right foot, extend your side angle, right hand reaches overhead. Take 1 more breath as you root and reach from through your right side. As you breathe out, right hand's gonna circle sweep us through our wide-legged forward fold. Into side lunge or skandasana, bend your right knee. Left leg can be long, or you can flex your left toes to the ceiling, either one. Take your inhale and your exhale. Okay, big rotation to the front of our yoga mat through our low lunge. Left knee lowers towards a hover. Send your sternum through your biceps, take a breath in. As you exhale, you're gonna lean into your right foot. Think about moving through your flamingo leg, draw your left knee in. Strong through your belly, press through your right foot all the way to standing one-legged mountain. If that transition's not working for you, you can always move through a chair pose and meet us in your one-legged mountain that way. Left hand's gonna sit, our left leg rather is gonna step behind us into our big curtsy lunge. So maybe sending your left toes a little bit further back and behind you. Once you have that big cross through your legs, right hand catches left wrist. And your right hand's gonna pull your left wrist to the right side of the room. Think about a lift of your left ribs away from your pelvis. Take your inhale. And then as you exhale into this transition, you really lean into your right foot. Bring your hands to heart center and focus your gaze. So you shift the energy to your right foot and get light through your left leg, rise back into your one-legged mountain. Figure 4, left ankle stacks on your right thigh. Stretch your sitting bones back and down. Within your figure 4, take a really slow, steady inhale. And then a really slow, steady, and complete exhale. Moving through our airplane to a high crescent lunge. Again, rise up just enough to start to unhook ankle from thigh and push through your right foot to expand into your airplane. And a little shoulder shrug to open your chest. Take a big breath in, left leg is active. With your breath out, how slowly can you descend all the way to your high crescent? Reaching to the ceiling with your breath. Then high plank pose as you breathe out. Right foot steps back to meet your left. In your high plank, rotate all 10 toes to the right. Bashi stacks in the side plank. Reach your right hand to the sky. Your feet can be staggered or stacked. It's up to you. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, thread your needle. Right hand dives underneath your left ribs. Press the earth away to lift your hips as you thread. Then inhale, right hand to the sky, side plank. With exhale, super slow motion, bring it through your center. High plank pose. And then rotate to face the opposite direction. Left hand reaches high. Pressing the earth away to keep your hips buoyant, take an inhale. As you exhale and thread your needle, keep pushing the earth away, hips stay high, left hand's gonna reach underneath your right ribs. Breathing in, left hand re-extends to the ceiling. On your breath out, high plank pose, bring it through center. With inhale, shift forward. Exhale is chaturanga or downward dog. So you can move through a flow, or you can press back to down dog and skip that transition. Take a moment to find your child's pose. Knees go wide. Big toes come to touch. Stretch your hips back to your heels. Take 3 slow, steady breaths. And when you're ready, after your 3rd breath, make your way back through your tabletop pose. Taking a moment, if you'd like, to move your hips a little side to side or to find a cat-cow. And then when you're ready, we're going to find our way back into downward facing dog. Take your time to tuck your toes, stretch your sitting bones way up and back. Release the weight of your skull. Your downward facing dog, inhale reaches right leg to the sky. Exhale to bend your knee and open through your head. Pause, squeeze your seat as you take an inhale. Right knee, left tricep, shift forward and twist with exhale. Option for your fallen triangle or stay as you are. For fallen triangle, thread your right leg through towards the left side of the room. As you rotate your left heel to the earth, extend your left hand to the sky. Take a big breath in. Maybe add the side body stretch, reaching left hand up and over to the front of your yoga mat. And exhale, we start to go back to 3-legged dog. Left hand's gonna land. Use a big breath in to reach your right leg to the ceiling. With exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. High crescent lunge. Hug your outer hips to the midline as you rise up with your inhale. We're going to go directly into our prayer twist as we exhale. Left elbow sweeps across outer right thigh. Option to spread your wings this time. Think about creating distance between your torso and your right thigh. Take 1 inhale. And 1 exhale. We're going to unravel into warrior 2. Stay hinged forward until your left heel starts to land to the earth. As your left heel lands, rise on up. Reverse your triangle with one big breath in, right leg long, right arm reaching. Exhale to your extended side angle. So you recommit to your lunge, send your left hand all the way up and overhead. Take a nice big breath in. On breath out, we circle seats through our wide-legged forward fold. Side lunge or skandasana towards the back of your yoga mat. Left knee is gonna bend. Take your inhale. And stay for your exhale. We'll rotate to the back of our yoga mat, low lunge. Sink your right knee to a hover as you breathe in. As you exhale, lean into your left foot. Find your Shiva squat. Right knee is going to tuck behind, hips low. On one inhale, find standing splits. Reach your right toes to the sky. As we exhale, we're going to bend both of our knees. Rising to stand with our right leg. As you bend both knees and your hips get low, look forward, engage your belly. Drive through your left foot to rise all the way up. Okay, stepping back into our curtsy lunge, right foot steps back and behind. You choose the length of your lunge. And then left hand catches right wrist. Slide your shoulders out of your ears. And side bend to the left. So that distance between shoulders and ears remains. The side bend is more of this lift of our right ribs away from our hips. Start to send your energy into your left foot. Hands find heart center. We'll meet in our figure four. Right ankle is going to stack on top of your left thigh. Take your time to get into your figure four. You can also change this out for tree pose if that feels better for you. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Let's take 2 more cycles of breath here. Slow, purposeful inhale. Exhaling, finding any little refinements to our shape. Making sure our hips are working towards square. The last cycle of breath here. And finding as much control as we can as we unravel through our airplane pose. Be making your way into our high crescent. So really take your time. Send energy out through all of your limbs. Open through your chest. Core is strong. Front and back body active. Release your right toes as you're ready for your high crescent. Your inhale will reach your hands to the sky. Then exhale your hands down to the earth. 3-legged dog. Breathe your left leg up and back. And on your breath out, bend your knee and open your hip. Find your inhale. Left knee to your right tricep as you exhale. Option to stay here or extend your left leg through for your fallen triangle. Rotate your right heel to the earth and open your heart to the sky. Option for your right hand to reach overhead. Pressing down through your feet, elevate your hips. We'll meet back in our 3-legged dog, right hand to the earth. Left leg to the ceiling, deep breath in. Place your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Strong through your legs. Let your inhale lift you to your high crescent lunge. Imagine you're hugging a yoga block between your thighs. Exhale to your prayer twist. Right elbow hooks across. Okay, maybe spread your wings here as you take your cycle of breath. Having your breath there as a tool, offering kindness to your body. Maybe drop the back knee for a moment if you need. From here, we're going to meet in our warrior two. Take your time. Rising up, right heel finds the earth. Offer your left leg a little bit of reprieve with your reverse triangle. Lengthen up and back. Full inhale. On exhale, extended side angle. Bend through your left side. Let your right hand reach all the way up and overhead. Root and reach with inhale. Dive through your wide-legged forward fold as you exhale into your side lunge or skandasana, right knee bends. Deep breath in. And on our breath out, we pivot to the front of our yoga mat, low lunge. Left knee hovers for your cow lunge. Take an inhale. And then tuck your left knee behind your right Shiva squat as you exhale. Root and reach into your standing splits just for your breath in. Left leg reaches to the sky. And exhale, start to bend through both of your knees as your hips get low. Peek your heart forward. Engage your belly and drive through your right foot to rise. At the top, take an inhale. Curtsy lunges or exhale. Left foot's going to step back and behind. As you find your curtsy lunge, right hand catches left wrist. Incorporate your side body stretch. Always feeling free to explore with angles here. Big breath in. On exhale, transfer the energy into your right foot. Hands to heart. Figure four is our meeting point. Left ankle is going to stack on your right thigh. Flex your left ankle. If you bring hands to hips for a moment, think about hugging your outer right hip to the midline. As you hug your outer right hip to the midline, think left knee goes down. And then can we concentrate back to our breath? All attention focusing on inhale in and exhale out. Good. Offer your figure four or your tree pose. One more cycle of breath. Hugging that imaginary block between your inner thighs. When you're ready, rise up just enough to unwind into your airplane pose. Again, energizing through all your limbs. Maybe that little shoulder shrug to open your heart. Big inhale. With control, we find our high crescent lunge as we exhale. Left toes lower down. Reach up to the ceiling, deep breath. Release your hands to the earth as you breathe out. High plank pose, right foot meets your left. Take your inhale. Side plank to the right, turning to face the right side of the room. Reach your right hand high. Feel free to drop your left knee to the earth to modify. Feel free to lift your right leg to amplify. Take a big breath in. Thread your right hand underneath your left ribs. Exhale, press the earth away to lift your hips as you thread and reach. Inhale, reaches right hand high. Exhale, slow and controlled high plank. Finding your way into second side, start to turn to the left. As your left hand reaches, option for your right knee to lower to the ground, or maybe you lift your left leg if you're feeling fiery. Take your inhale. As you thread, left hand underneath right ribs, think about pushing the earth away. Breath in will reach your left hand back to the sky. Then as we breathe out, it's high plank through center. You can take a chaturanga, otherwise just press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. If you're taking your flow, take your time, no rush. When you do arrive to your downward facing dog, really relax your head. Gentle shake of your head, yes and no. We're gonna walk it forward. Actually, that's not true. Let's lift our right leg to the sky, take a big breath in. On exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Okay, we're gonna lower left knee to the ground. And then from here, a little half split moment as you bend into your left knee, lengthen out your right leg. Flex your right toes towards your face. Maybe a little windshield wiper action here. Move your hips a little side to side. And point and flex your right ankle, whatever feels good. From here, you're gonna bend into your right knee. Lift your back knee off the ground. And then as you shift your energy to right foot, you're gonna tuck your left knee in behind to come to your seated twist. Okay, so both sitting bones are gonna arrive to the earth. Right knee is high, left knee is low. From the front, this is what it looks like. Yeah. We're gonna take the twist and then we'll be transitioning this into our Gomukhasana legs. So Both sitting bones grounded, right knee is high, left knee is low. Go ahead and inhale to reach your hands to the ceiling. On exhale, we'll twist to the right. You can either spread your wings open to make this more active, or you can hook left elbow to right thigh and take your right fingertips behind you. If you're using your left elbow on your right thigh, think about pressing down in order to grow taller. And then think about using your arm as leverage to twist deeper. Take one breath in. Maybe twist a little bit further as you breathe out. Let's find one more cycle of breath like that. So inhale for lift and length. And exhale to rinse and rotate. Now as you start to bring your torso back to center, you're just going to make that slight adjustment into Gomukhasana legs. So you're going to walk your right foot a little bit further to the left until your right knee is stacking above your left. You might kind of slide your left heel a little bit away from your seat. Again, different perspective. Gomukhasana is here. So hips are grounded, feet are wide, knees are moving towards stacked. If this doesn't work for your body, you can always take a cross-legged seat or a double pigeon. So cross-legged seat would be right shin in front, double pigeon, right shin on top. Yeah, we're just going for a hip opening here. As you flex your ankles, maybe use your hands to pull yourself forward and grow a little bit taller. Think about trying to tip the front of your pubic bone, so your pelvis forward to the earth. As you send your tailbone back and up like your cow spine, you can stay nice and tall here, or you can lead with your belly towards any amount of a forward fold. I find that, at least for me in Gomukhasana, I don't need to go very far forward to get a really big sensation. So as you communicate with your body, your anatomy, make those adjustments that you need for 3 rounds of breath. And space within your hips. And when you're ready to rise up and out, go ahead and unwind your legs, knees bent, feet about as wide as your yoga mat. Just take a little windshield wiper action from side to side. I'm gonna find our way into second side. We're gonna be going into that half split, so you can go back to your down dog, step your left foot forward, or if you want to, just shift forward. Left foot stays forward, right foot steps back. However you want to find your low lunge. Once you find your low lunge with your left foot forward, right knee back, you'll release your knee to the earth and find a little half split action. Now this is just helping us so when we get into our Gomukhasana legs, the back and kind of outer left leg is a little bit more open. And you can do windshield wiper action with your left foot. That's pretty spicy. You can point and flex your left toes. Move your hips a little side to side, whatever feels good. And then bend into your left knee. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And you're going to start to shift into your left foot so you can step into your seated twist. Yep. Both sitting bones ground down, left knee is high, right knee is low. Inhale, both hands tall to the ceiling. Your exhale, as you twist to the left, you can spread your wings. This is going to be more active because you're using your strength to twist you aren't using leverage. Or right elbow hooks on left thigh, left hand finds the ground. Think inhale for a lift. Right elbow's pressing down. Exhale to twist. Okay, you're pressing away. Collarbones open, and we take 2 rounds of breath here. When you start to feel complete in your twist, just slowly unravel to face forward. Come across on the second side, adjusting your legs. You want both your sitting bones grounded. Knees are moving towards in alignment with one another. Your shins split open wide. Always play with the distance between your heels and your hips. Sometimes it takes some adjusting to find the sweet spot here. I know that on this side it's a little bit trickier for me to find that sweet spot. So take a moment. Remember, you always have the options of cross-legged seat or double pigeon as well. And as you're ready, maybe find that big lift of your heart. Think about trying to tip the front of your pelvis forward. And then you can stay tall or you can lean forward any amount. Notice if your teeth begin to clench tight, allow your jaw to release and relax. You might shoulder shrug to release your shoulders out of your ears. And find some softness at that space between your eyebrows and across your forehead. So you take another breath or 2 here. Another energetic action you can explore is thinking about plugging your thigh bones to the back of your yoga mat. So plug your thigh bones into your pelvis, as if you're trying to reach your thigh bones to the back of your yoga mat. Good. As you start to feel complete here, and you're ready to transition, you can take your time and then eventually lean back. Just like before, unwind your legs. Maybe take a little windshield wiper again if that would feel nice. And then lowering to your back body, option to use your core and go slow. Maybe knees bent, flex your feet into the earth. Sit up tall, reach up tall, take your inhale. Let your exhale slowly guide you to the back of your body. Rounding through your spine as you release to the earth, arms stretch forward. When you do arrive to your yoga mat, take a full body stretch. Maybe zip your legs up together, hugging your inner thighs as you reach through your fingertips. Big breath in. And exhale, bend both your knees to your chest. And draw some circles with your knees as you take a breath here. And on breath out, both knees are going to fall to the left, gentle twist. Tip your gaze to the right side of the room and take one slow breath. Your next inhale gathers your knees to center. And then exhale, second side. Just let your knees tip over to the right. And then guide your gaze to tip over to the left. You settle into your twist, take a big breath in. Yeah, complete exhale out. Inhale back to your center. As you exhale, setting up for just a brief bridge pose. Land your feet to the earth, heels grounded beneath your knees. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, press through your feet to lift through your hips. Sending your tailbone forward and up to make sure your low back is really spacious and clear. Imagine you have your yoga block between your thighs. Against that hug to midline is active here. Pushing the earth away, pelvis lifts to the ceiling. Give it maybe one more round of breath. Eventually, you'll bring your hips back down to the earth. As your hips land, soles of your feet come together for Supta Baddha Konasana, knees fall open wide. You find your butterfly shape, option for one hand to arrive to your belly and one hand to arrive to your heart. Closing down your eyes, you can choose to stay here with your butterfly legs, or you can make your way into Shavasana and send both your legs long. As you start to settle into stillness, into your shape of choice, take a deep breath into your belly. At the top, sip in a little bit more breath, a little bit more air. And then open mouth, exhale, release. Twice more, just like that, just like we did at the beginning of our practice. We inhale fully. The top, sip in a little bit more breath, a little bit more air. And then open mouth, exhale, release. Just one more time, deep breath in. Little breath in again. And then open mouth, exhale, release. As you settle into stillness for these last few minutes of your practice, eyes closed, awareness turned inward. Again, can you hold yourself in love and compassion? Or draw forward the intention that you set at the very beginning of our practice. If your mind has started to wander, just really gently bring your attention back to the flow of your breath. Constant, steady reminder of this moment right here, right now. The life that's moving through you. As you feel back into your breath and back into your body, you have the time and space to continue to rest in Shavasana. I encourage you to do so. Just take that time to be in the experience of your practice, in the residue of your practice for a little bit longer. If you're ready to close class, maybe one or both hands find their way to your heart center. And then we close our practice in gratitude. Grateful for the yoga practice itself. Grateful for our bodies and for our breath. I'm grateful for this time that we got to share today. So, in gratitude and appreciation, take a deep inhale through your nose. Let your lungs expand wide in each direction. And then open mouth, exhale, release, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion, leading us and teaching us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thanks so much for being here and taking this time. And namaste.